Team TMG.
At this tournament.
Interesting. Anyways, any more football talk? We done here? Euros?
Let's talk Team USA, man.
Team USA.
Quick. Alright, quick. After they lost, I wanted to add it to the agenda, yeah.
They lost to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Lost to
Australia. Let me just say, what happens to KD and they don't know them, man, if they actually don't win this Olympic gold?
It's a mark on KD. I'm joking. They'll just get cast, but people forget that, to be fair.
It's just the Olympics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Olympic Games don't really mean as much to NBA, like USA basketball players. It just doesn't.
It doesn't.
Especially when you got guys that won it before. James won it before.
I didn't.
Finn Draymond.
I didn't. That would just be funny, especially for guys like Dame Lillard. Got nothing on his resume.
I was praying for that Dame Lillard's downfall.
Beal, nothing on his resume either.
Got a lot of guys with nothing on their resume.
Bro.
It said that Bam Adebayo hasn't won a game since the regular season. So it's been long for him.
Bam Adebayo should have been playing for Nigeria.
Yeah, should have played. Maybe would have lost though.
What's from Nigeria to Bam? Nigeria? He don't know what that is.
He doesn't even know. Americans are ignorant, as proved by Stephen A this week.
What did he do?
Stephen A
had a shocker.
He got it wrong, fam.
What are the Nigerian names?
The Nigerian name's shocker.
Yeah, man.
And then I think with a Japanese baseball player.
Yeah, sure, tiny, fam.
Yeah, some people are. They're just like.
But this is the thing, like. Stephen A got it wrong, innit? But I feel like it's something that, in general, all Americans are just guilty of, innit? They're guilty of thinking that their country is literally just the center of the world, innit?
Yeah, it's the issue.
They have no respect for every other country outside of their own, innit? That's where it comes from. So that's the reason why Stephen A was kind of dismissive. Actually, I think kind of disrespectful with obviously with Atani's name.
Yeah.
Atani being able to speak English and the Nigerian boys' names as well, fam.
Yeah. Shocking episode. Even Shannon Sharp was kind of.
Yeah, Shannon was the same. It's exactly the same.
Very dismissive.
It's not like.
What did Shannon do?
Shannon said.
Shannon was talking about
get me, Skip, and
the cameraman and Jenny could like beat like Nigerian basketball. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously like they don't do it like out of intentional spite, but it comes from that American idea in it that they just think they're just better than everybody else, fam. That's where it comes from.
To be fair, they've been the same world for 100 years now.
They're not the son of the world, though.
They've been
They tell you that they are. We couldn't tell you. We start to believe it.
They've been at that top for how long? Let's be real.
But for what?
Especially
world power.
Especially from an entertainment perspective.
Well, for entertainment, because they made the sport, they changed the idea of what a sport is. Because
the sport.
They made the sport into a business and an entertainment.
No, sport. You go to music. You go to movies.
It's our fault. It's our own fault that we made that
happen.
For
how many years have you gone to America?
But
where are the best actors? Where do they go to shoot their films? They go to Hollywood. Do they go to Nollywood? Do they go to Bollywood? They go to those places.
And Nollywood is second, man.
They go to America.
But you see,
even though their power's waning, don't get me wrong, but that's how it's been.
Yeah, but you see,
that's why they feel like that.
The only thing I say about that is like, yes, that's the case. What you would like to then see, at least, is that Americans have the humility in it to actually understand why their country is in that place in the first place, fam. No American will ever tell you or accept exactly how that country got into that position in the first place, fam. The atrocities that country has committed is crazy, fam.
Do you know what's
so
so funny?
In that position to be the center of the world.
They complain about those atrocities, but then when it comes to the benefits, they want to reap everything.
Fam.
They want to reap all the benefits. Even my issue with this, like relating it back to sports, is with the athletics thing with
Sha'Carri Rich. Oh my god.
Okay. We can be
honestly that whole argument it pissed me off, fam. It pissed me off. You've got Americans going there, yeah. The woman has failed a drugs test. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. She's failed a drugs test. You've got American like sportsmen and women going, let her race. Fam, it's a fundamental misunderstanding of how athletics works, fam. That's what it is.
That's it.
That's actually what it is. If you understand how the sport of athletics works, you know there is no excuse for her, fam. Every single athlete in athletics, every single sprinter is told at the beginning of their career, you are solely responsible for everything that goes into your body. Simple as that, fam. Sha'Carri Richardson would have known before she smoked that weed, fam. Smoking weed and marijuana is on the illegal substances. Now, the conversation about marijuana being an illegal substance. That's a completely different.
That's
argument, innit? That's separate.
They need to. That's what they need to separate.
But understanding that it is an illegal substance. That obviously the context to it is that she smoked because she was dealing with the loss of her mother. Innit? That's important to say, and that's the reason why, for me, I didn't get onto her about it, and I understand, you know.
I didn't get anything against what happened. I have a lot of. I think she was extremely disrespectful afterwards, especially to her fellow competitors, saying that the Olympics won't be the same.
Yeah,
you've never been there.
Yeah,
what'd she say?
She said that it won't be the same without her.
I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah, she did. They basically say that it's paper championships. They say it's a bubble chip.
Well, that's what she said. Also,
that's what she's basically saying.
That's what she said.
I just heard her taking accountability. I didn't hear her say that the Olympics won't be the same without her, but I heard her taking.
She put that on Twitter. The Olympics won't be the same without her. And do you know what it is? Yeah, especially which a lot of people don't understand, that weed is actually a masking agent. So if you are taking something else and you take weed, they're saying that you only see the weed will be the thing that you will see. So it's more dangerous than that, especially when you commit yourself to a sport. Follow the rules.
No, but see, the thing is, I think
this is a unique situation.
It's a unique because you know the context as to why she did it, innit? So it's not necessarily that I have an issue with her specifically. I have an issue with the whole conversation around, you know, in American sports in general, about let her race and all of that sort of stuff. It's as I said before, it's not understanding the nuances of athletics and appreciating what that sport has had to go through in the past regarding illegal substances. Athletics has had a very tough time. Fam, it's the reason why, for all of his greatness in terms of what he achieved, the real reason, you know, one of the biggest reasons why Usain Bolt is so revered is because he did all of that clean, fam. That's huge for the sport, fam. That's massive. Huge. You know what I mean? He carried it on, you know, on his back until he retired. But going forwards, it's helped the sport in terms of, you know, trying to regain that respect. You know, you everyone knows, you know, how difficult the sport found it when Gatlin had, you know, his issues. Tyson Gay obviously had his issues as well as Johan Blake. So that's the reason why, you know, real sort of appreciators of athletics and the guys that are really deep fans of the sport, they know exactly why Sha'Carri had to be suspended and why she couldn't perform, fam, at the Olympics this year.
And the thing is, Sha'Carri's a really new name on the scene as well, and people like the buzz that she had around her name was like, okay, this might be the new face.
Yeah.
And for you to do that as well, the punishment is always going to be harsher, especially to the face or the possible face of the games. It's just like, okay, we need you to be clean because the representation of this sport is down to you, isn't it? And really, athletics is really trying to look for a new face after you've gone.
Need a new face.
There's a vacuum at the top, you know. There's not many. Is there really a dominant athletics person that you know at this moment of time?
I fell off athletics a few years
See,
ago.
and that's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue they're having. It's the same issue they're having in other sports. Like tennis is going to face that issue very soon.
Djokovic.
When Djokovic is, they're old. They're getting old.
When Djokovic is down.
Yeah, when they go, it's going to be tough.
Basically moved on. Djokovic has got a few years. He just equaled.
Nadal's only a year older than Djokovic.
He's breaking down.
Nadal's body breaking down, but that's what happens in those individual sports. Yeah, you need that competitive. You need that rival. It's not just good to. You need that dominant person. And if there's no one coming in, and you don't know who's going to win, it makes the sport a struggle. Like female tennis, Serena is weighing in. There's no dominant face. No one really
got Osaka.
Take it in. Yeah, Osaka's not even dealing with some issues. So when there's no face to an individual sport, it struggles. It really, really does struggle.
It's true.
Same with basketball as well. You know, when there's no dominant superstars like a LeBron or Jordan, they face dark times. That period between the LeBron and Jordan era was a dark time for basketball.
It wasn't really a dark time. You had Kobe in there.
Hey, they said the ratings were going down.
They even said the ratings. Some of LeBron's fans ain't been that great either.
Yeah, the bubble championship was not good. The ratings for NBA went up when Golden State became dominant. Because obviously people like dominance. I don't know. It's very weird. We hate dominance because we hate the idea of dominance. But seeing dominance actually makes you root for someone else to overcome it.
When you're seeing certain individuals or certain teams achieve things that other individuals and other teams haven't achieved in the sport before, that attracts new people to the sport. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Because Golden State brought so many new watchers to basketball. There's so many new... when Golden State started, there's so many new Golden State fans.
Yep.
And we're looking for the next super team or the next guys to take over the sport at the moment. Like, I'm praying that Giannis does win this finals and puts his name on the map. I'm actually praying that
Wait, hold it. I thought you didn't rate Giannis because he has
no, but I'm saying this for Americans
game.
because Americans are so ignorant. I really want Giannis to win.
He has no bag.
He has no bag.
So you and Jared were saying, Jared, that's where I'm coming at you. So he has no bag.
He has no bag, but he has one thing that a lot of people don't have.
What?
He has heart.
He has no bag.
He has heart, and he's dominant.
He's got a short memory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah,
which is something that
very valuable.
All greats have. When you see Giannis like at the free throw line, and especially like on the road, and the crowd, and in the playoffs where you've got the opposition fans counting, and then he airballs a free throw. There are you saw it with Ben Simmons. There are plenty of players, even stars at least in Ben Simmons' case, that will break down. They'll break down mentally. It will get to them. They will not perform. They'll hit a wall. Giannis is not built that way. He is not built that way, and that is something that has to be massively admired still. Now, one thing that has been brought up before is the fact that he is technically a big. Yeah. So the way some people judge him, for me at least, in that he should be more dominant. He should do this. He should do that. I think Max Kellerman sort of brings up this point quite a lot, which is a really important one, is that great bigs in NBA history have never really, especially in the modern era, have never actually won without having a great guard in their team.
There's only one.
I would say Hakeem. Yeah. He's a rarity though.
Hakeem's the rarity, but again,
no Jordan.
The argument with that is that happened when Jordan wasn't in the league. Okay. So that's. But yes, Hakeem does have chips. Obviously,
one thing I'll give Hakeem is that he's beaten all the great bigs. Oh, especially in that era of the big, he'll beat Ewing, he beat Shaq. He was beating Alonzo Mourning, he beat Robinson. So you have to give Hakeem
in that area where
when he's facing. But yeah, the Jordan thing is a good point. And talking about him being a new age big, I have to give Melo a lot of credit on this. He did say that he's the new age Shaq. And I think Shaq kind of
called him Superman.
Yeah, called him Superman. He kind of anointed him in that, like he sees that is a dominant. Yeah. And I think with Giannis, it's not only Giannis might have no bag. You could say Giannis has no skills, but he's real, and his ability to athletically dominate you is something that you can't account for. You can't stop. And that's what something like Shaq had. A lot of players, that's what Zion has. Zion has that.
When Shaq got the ball in the low post, he's either scoring or you're fouling.
He doesn't even need to have a move. All he needs to do is face you up,
and it's just over. Giannis is very similar to that, but you can affect him by clogging up the lane. You can affect him. Now, when that happens, that's when you need Middleton and Holiday to deliver, fam.
Yeah.
When you don't even need them to be elite, you just need them to be themselves, fam. You just need them to be who they are. To go with Giannis doing his thing, and they have a chance. That's the reason why they've pulled the series back to 2-1. They're gonna have a chance against the Suns, fam. They're gonna have a chance. But if Middleton is hot and cold, fam. He's hot and cold.
Yeah, he's not stable at all.
If Middleton has a bad night, it's a bad night.
Stinky.
It's a bad night. Same with Holiday, fam. So
it's I feel for Giannis in this respect is that we got to this point where guys are saying Middleton's the Batman. You can't have a guy. You can't have a guy like you don't know where you're getting from as your Batman. What does that mean, man? What does he? Middleton might be your closer. It might be what Kobe was for Shaq.
It's the very worst version of Kobe.
Yeah,
for Shaq.
But at the end of the day, no. And Holiday as well is like defensively, he has to set the tone defensively. It takes a lot of legs out. It takes a lot from him offensively. So you might not get the production, but at least Holiday do your job defensively. You can't have Booker and CP3 both simultaneously going off. Does that make sense?
Well, in game three, the Bucks came hard.
Yeah.
The Bucks came hard. Obviously, Giannis did his thing. Booker had a really poor shooting night.
Terrible.
Really poor shooting night.
Booker's been averaging like what, 28%, 28% from 3, 33 from the 2 points.
It's not good.
good.
Now,
Yeah,
I think the Bucks win Game 4 in it.
Yeah.
I think they win Game 4. So
Game 5 is it? Game 5 is the big game then.
Game 5 is a pivotal game, fam, because obviously at that point the Bucks are coming off 2 victories. You have to then see how Paul and Booker react in it. You have to see how they react.
That pick and roll doesn't seem. Especially at home, it doesn't seem like the Bucks can stop that pick and roll.
Yeah.
The thing is, well, is it all depends on Brook Lopez or Bobby Portis.
What I would say, Bobby Portis needs to get more minutes. First 2 games doesn't get that much minutes. Even the last 2 games, the last series, he got
Making
big
an
minutes
impact.
and he had a big impact.
Big impact.
I don't know where if Budenholzer feels that he can't really rotate Bobby Portis, Lopez and Giannis because in that power forward and center position, but Bobby Portis needs to get more minutes.
I think if he plays Portis, then Giannis will have to guard the 18. I think he doesn't want to put him on 18, but I think that's a better matchup because when they do the pick and roll with 18, and you see Giannis can guard both the roll. Giannis is the kind of guy that's lengthy enough to guard both the roll man and still be there for the shot.
Defensive player of the year.
Yeah. Some people can't do it. Like Brook Lopez has to play the role. That's why he leaves CP.
But on the flip side, the Suns, can they stop Giannis? They have anyone that can guard him.
It's Aiton. It all depends on Aiton and foul trouble. That's it.
Giannis has dropped what, back to back 40 in 10 games, is it?
Yeah.
It's all about Aiton.
But can't Suns build that wall? Because
It's all about Aiton. Aiton has to not get in foul trouble because he's the only
He's in
big.
foul trouble game.
Yeah. He's the only big. That's it.
when you're trying to guard Giannis,
Play Crowder on him.
you're gonna be in
You
foul
would have
trouble.
put Jay Crowder on Giannis.
Crowder has to stop him at the perimeter.
You would have put Jay
So he
Crowder on
doesn't-
Giannis.
So he doesn't build momentum. That's what Crowder has to do.
It's
They have
just-
nowhere
too
else.
small. It's just too
They
small.
need to build an effective wall, but it's first.
Mikal Bridges has to guard Middleton, yeah?
Yeah.
Then you got CP3 and Booker. Booker was guarding Giannis or something. I was like, what the heck are you doing, bro? Why would Booker, you just pick someone else?
Let's pick PJ Tucker. Let's take
yeah.
that corner.
But yeah, stick on someone in the corner. I think they've made an adjustment. I'm not playing PJ Tucker as well. That many minutes. Not that many crucial minutes because PJ Tucker, what he does, he gives up one of those players an out, which is an issue.
True. But he's reliable 3-point from the corner. Good defender. You can throw at the likes of Booker.
But when the guy just stays on the corner, you can rest on him. That's the issue. That's why Trae Young wasn't getting targeted that much because a guy just standing in the corner, you know exactly what. You don't even need to do anything. You can
Doesn't
just
really
rest
move
in.
off the ball.
Yeah.
He's only really a 3-point option, isn't he? Yeah.
It's a big issue.
I mean, Game 4's been massive. I mean, I have the Bucks winning.
I have the Bucks winning.
Giannis. Do you know what? Giannis has got a case for being MVP even if they lose, man.
Finals MVP.
He's got
Yeah.
a case, but he won't
You
win.
know,
Okay.
they never give it to
No,
player.
no, not
Yeah,
Jay
even
West.
LeBron should have won it in 2015 in the
Yeah,
losers.
it's never gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
But yeah, numbers Giannis be putting up with crazy. Man.
Well, they want to anoint CP3 and let them do it if they want to. Yeah. Do you know the NBA media is funny like that because you kind of feel the momentum. Like when they like someone, they're already mentally they've anointed him regardless of what he does in the next
It's all
couple
about
of
narratives,
games.
man. It's all about narratives.
United-driven league. CP3.
So I'm so shocked Jokic won this year.
You shocked?
I'm shocked.
When everyone was
Why?
going down, I was like,
It's because it's a narrative league. I thought they were going to give it to CP3 or something like that.
No.
Because CP3 got that late end narrative. They're like, whoa.
When it comes to regular season MVP, there's a huge emphasis on minutes played and games played.
But they were trying to give Embiid the case when he was injured.
Embiid would have won if
Yeah.
he didn't get injured during the season. He would have won.
I mean, Embiid was the guy they were trying to give it to.
Hey, Jokic is Jokic is unlucky in this respect. If Jamal Murray wasn't injured, I think they could have beaten Phoenix. They could have beat the team in the finals.
You could turn around and say that to so many teams.
There's so many teams that could have been there. But
Lakers turn around.
I like the way they were playing when Jamal Murray was there.
Man.
And
They
Aaron
got
Gordon.
swept without Jamal Murray.
Hey, the
You
sweeping.
think Jamal
There was
Murray's
some dumb things
game
happening there.
difference?
Jamal Murray changed the title of that series a lot.
I know, you true, but 4
There's
games.
a lot of injuries as well. Michael Porter Jr. was injured as well in that series. Hey, the title of the playoff changed when AD went down. That's when the whole playoffs changed, to be honest.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, LeBron coming into the playoffs, he was still feeling his high ankle sprain, fam. It was not 100%.
He had what's called a LeBron that was bothered with his high ankle sprain. AD went down, boy.
He
That
went
changed
down.
it. And then
Fam,
if Kawhi hadn't gone down, was Phoenix going to still be here?
Fam, look at the Nets, fam. James Harden never gets injured.
Yeah.
It's up a hamstring strain, affects him the whole playoffs.
Kyrie.
Kyrie, I
He
think
always is injured.
in a game, I think that would have been in game
3. They could have swept them.
Yeah, they could have.
I think it was game 4 when Kyrie went down with that ankle roll. I mean, obviously the
It was
Nets
game
won.
three.
It's game 3.
It was game 3.
Yeah.
The Nets went and won like game 5 anyway.
Mm.
You know, like KD just went crazy. But you know,
Nuclear.
if the Nets are fully healthy, fam,
They in the
they
finals.
clean
They're
everyone,
probably
innit?
winning.
so. But that's it. That's part
And
of part of the game.
if Simmons hadn't injured his brain,
If Simmons wasn't fragile, it's crazy.
They're in training, by the way.
yeah,
They're
I heard
open
Simmons
to
today,
training
yeah.
Simmons.
for All-Star. So it's gonna be CJ McCollum. I think he's gonna end up in Trailblazers. I said it. Did I? I told you.
How does that work?
I said that before the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it
How does
works.
that- You think
See,
that takes the Trailblazers closer to winning?
I don't think for the Trailblazers it takes close to winning, but it helps Lillard a lot.
Why?
For
Defensively.
defensively.
Because defensively at the wing position, apart from Covington, even defensively generally they're poor.
Yeah.
And Ben
Yeah,
Simmons.
Simmons would set a tone. He
It
wouldn't let
doesn't-
Lillard have to guard those kind of guys.
It doesn't get them any closer.
But it
to
changes
winning
the profile. It changes the profile of that team because they've gone heavy guard orientated with McCollum and
Yeah,
and-
they've gone nowhere.
yeah.
But Ben Simmons still gonna have the same issues.
He might have the same issues, but Lillard can cover those multitude of sins. He won't be asked to score. It's Lillard's team.
Yeah, but teams are gonna double off Ben Simmons.
So they know I'm not gonna shoot, fam.
Just
And
watching
they have-
basketball.
You have to fix that guy's brain.
They don't have a
before you
shooting
can-
big. Like what's the Nurkic can't even shoot anywhere near as good as.
Oh well, they'll
Maybe.
figure something
So
out.
they're paying
They
with
probably
the
have the same issues there, regardless.
Pays him
I don't.
points.
Nurkic might even leave. I think it's partially guaranteed.
If the what's his name, the Blazers got a shooting big, yeah, fair enough.
You can get that.
Could
You
go
can
five
probably
out.
get that. Go 5 out and get
Or
Simmons to.
so 4-1 in. It seems to be that one, but even then, teams are gonna hack Ben Simmons until he gets over that free throw line.
I think that works for 76ers. Kevin McCollum will be a big addition.
McCollum will help them loads.
Yeah, because now he adds a shooting threat, and now Embiid doesn't have to get clogged in the lane. That would be a great addition for them. And they've got a lot of pieces. The 76ers. I like Maxey. I like Fireball.
I think knows Australian.
Daryl Morey is an excellent GM as well. Put the right pieces around Embiid.
And Curry as well.
to get
They
successful.
need a ball. They need another ball handler, and I think CJ McCollum probably fits.
I
that.
need to see Bucks and 76ers in the playoffs against each other. Giannis against
But,
Embiid. The Battle of Africa.
Giannis will win that
Cameroon.
matchup because Embiid gets tired in 4 quarters.
I'm screaming. But I saw him to see it.